Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, I got to tell you, probably the best thing that I ever did was buying this truck, okay? This truck is literally probably going to pay for itself in gas mileage alone. It's got an EcoBoost engine in it. It's not a new truck. It's a 2015, okay? I'm not spending money on a brand new truck because the minute you buy it, it's now a used truck. So I'm going to make sure I don't waste no money. But I got to tell you, the mileage, I would have already filled up the tank on my other truck already, and I still have over half a tank. So I'm going to save money from that standpoint, and I feel great about it. So I went to the eye doctor, and I learned something. I truly learned something today, because they took pictures of the eye, flashing stuff in your eyeball and all that, looking in there. And I found out that the doctor told me that one of the ways you can also tell if a person has coronavirus is actually in the eyes. That's one of the areas that it actually attaches to as well. And my eyes are clear, so she's like, "You're corona free," and I was like, "Really? Wow, that's great to know." And of course, she's like, you don't wear sunglasses, do you? It's like, no. It's like I hate to wear glasses in general. It's just something about stuff touching my nose that drives me crazy. It just drives me crazy. She's like, yeah, well, you need to start wearing sunglasses, because if you don't, she's like, you're getting these, I don't know, it's like spots or something on your eyes, which are damaged from the UV light. She's like, it's not reversible. You've got to start wearing sunglasses, or else you're going to have problems in the future. And also the blue light from the cell phone and the monitors and all that you're getting the radiation in your eyes, and it's going to cause problems. So you got to make some changes. So got to do that to take care of the eyes, because, well, I'm over 50 and my warranty's out. So the NFL, speaking of warranties and wearing out, knowing that Zeke Elliott has tested positive for corona, as well as other players, and of course, if you're not Dallas Cowboy ones, they're not going to name you. Of course, if you're a Cowboy one, they're going to make sure that they talk about you. The NFL is trying to do everything they can to get this season on, and you can best believe they are working on it. I don't know if you've seen, it's not an actual one, a Chicago Bears helmet, a prototypical one. Turns out it's not the NFL, the NFLPA, who came up with this design. But it's conceivable that something like this may end up being what they end up having. And this was a helmet that was completely closed. Now, again, this was not a hoax one. Or this was one that's not actually the one. But we'd heard that the NFL and the NFLPA are looking at doing face shields and using the same kind of material that are used in face masks. They're going to be doing testing 3 times a week. So it's conceivable that they have a sealing up helmet that will help to reduce transfer of saliva and so forth and everything else, to make it safer. Another thing that they're doing, because here's the thing, if you test positive, you're in isolation for 10 days, 2 weeks, however long. So let's say, you've got a couple of people that test positive, and they're out. Let's say it's, half your offensive line. You got problems. And this is one of the things that they had already done in the new collective bargaining agreement. They went from 10 players to 12 players on the practice squad. I don't honestly understand why they don't normally have more players in the practice squad. What they're talking about now is increasing from the 12 to 16. So that way, basically, you've got 6 more players on your team now than you had before. But I don't honestly understand why they don't have more people on the practice squad. It's not that these practice squad guys necessarily cost you a whole lot of money. These are the lowest paid people on your roster. You're talking about guys that are making under $1 million a year. And always, we lose players. We always lose players every season, and you're calling up guys that might be in the parking lot at Kmart or Walmart or working in a grocery store who now are having to get in shape. It's better, it seems like to me, it would be better knowing that you're going to lose people to have a bigger practice squad or a bigger roster to cover these things. That way, you will have a better product on the field because you have guys that know the playbook, that are in shape, ready to go. And we're not talking about major money to add, say, 5 or 6 guys to the practice squad on your roster. I mean, that's literally chump change. I mean, that's just literally having a backup for the backup for the backup. You know, it's not like we're talking about, okay, we need, to have 2, quarterbacks that are making $15 million a year, as a backup or something. We're talking about guys that are on the low end of the pay scale. So at least for the coronavirus, and at least for this season, we're looking at having 4 extra guys on the teams. I would say you'd want to open it up to even more because as we found out, I think the University of Texas has, they just started working out a week or so ago. And come on, buddy. Man, he's all the way over there on the ramp trying to come across. Ultimately, you would want to have more people on the squad. University of Texas, I think, have 12 players that have tested positive and another 10 that are in quarantine. So, this is going to be an ongoing situation that they're going to have to learn how to deal with. And they're going to have to come up with some stuff real quick. So, that's what I got. I'm headed to Home Depot because I got to get some stuff to finish off the desk and things. And then I'll be back to the workshop doing some work on this Friday. Hope you guys are having a great Friday, and I will see you